our machine going, what we want to do is have our machine sitting and waiting until we press the button. Then the button is going to activate something. So what I did in my Rube Goldberg machine is I had the little button there. When you hit the button, it actually knocked a tilt sensor off the table. The tilt sensor then activated the motor. So this was using the Lego WeDo motors. What we're going to do right now in this little clip, I'm going to show you how to use Lego WeDo motors combined with Scratch. So let's go up to our Scratch program. We're going to open up the Scratch program. So now we have Scratch. The next thing we need to do is we need to get our Lego WeDo motors. You'll notice with the Lego WeDo system, we get a power pack. So this is the power pack that actually powers the motors and connects via USB to your keyboard. It also has a motor. So this is a motor, and you'll see the inside of the motor is what spins. So you can connect axles to the inside of the motor. The next thing that we have is the actual tilt sensor. So those are the three pieces we need. We snap those together because they are Lego blocks, so we snap them together just like you would use traditional Legos. And then to program them, we get to use the easy MIT created Scratch program. Scratch is a wonderful program developed by the Lifelong Kindergarten Group at MIT. It's a great program to learn to build code. Don't be fooled by its simple design. It's actually a very powerful program, and you can create some pretty amazing games and animations. But what we're going to do today is we're going to use the Lego motors combined with Scratch. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you have Scratch open, go under the More Blocks tab, so click on More Block, and you'll see the block of code that says Add an Extension, so click on that. And you'll see you're given two choices, the Pico board and the Lego WeDo. We're going to use Lego WeDo. Click on it to highlight and click OK. Now the first thing you'll notice is the green circle. When that circle is green and I arrow over it, it says Lego WeDo connected. If by some chance your circle is yellow, that means there's some problem with your connection. So you can try unplugging and plugging it back in to make sure it's recognizing your Lego WeDo power supply. So you can see that once we've added that, we have all of these new blocks of code. They didn't exist before until we plugged in the board and we added the extension. So you can see the first one is turn motor on, turn motor on, turn motor off, set motor power, set motor direction. This is my favorite. We can set the direction to this way. I'll bring this over just to show you. We can set motor direction to this way, that way, or reverse. That's pretty cool. We also have a way to tell about distance sensors. We have tilt sensors. These two icons on their own are actually variables. So this is the variable distance, which is measured by the distance sensor. We're not using that today. And the other one is tilt. So the variable for the tilt sensor, live reading sensor values from your actual physical Lego component. We're not going to deal with distance at the moment, but we are going to use the tilt sensor. So you'll notice if I double click on the tilt sensor, I get a reading of 2. Now I'm going to physically take my tilt sensor and point it straight up. My reading has changed to 3. I'm going to point my tilt sensor directly down, so facing the bottom. I get a reading of 1. So you'll see depending on what direction I am physically moving the tilt sensor, I get a different value coming into my program. So that's a live reading, and I'm going to be able to use that in my programming. Now for this program, all I want to do, I'm going to move this out of the way. For this one, all I want to do is when the tilt sensor is moved, I want to actually wait a couple of seconds, then lift my Lego arm that will release the balls, and then I just want to put the arm back in place. So to build a program to do that, I'm going to start with this block of code, when tilt equals 1. So I know that when my tilt sensor is laid flat, I'm getting a reading of 0. If I move my tilt sensor, I'm obviously going to get a reading of 1, 2, or 3, depending on what position it's moved to. What I want now is for my program to start when my tilt sensor is not equal to 0. And that's one of those tricky things. So when it's not equal to 0, and by saying it's not equal to 0, I mean when it's no longer lying flat, then what I want to do is turn my motor on for maybe 0.5, 0.2 seconds. Then I want to wait a second. And then I actually want my motor to go in reverse for 0.2 seconds. So what I've done there is I've turned it on for 2 seconds, which I want it to lift up. And then I want it to wait a second, so give the balls some time to be released. Then I want to turn it back down. The trick is to do that, I have to actually make the motor go in the opposite direction. So I know what I need to do first is set my motor direction to this way, then turn it on. It will actually lift up. Wait a second, and then I want to actually change my motor to the opposite direction. So now I'm going to say set my motor direction to that way, and I'm going to turn it on. So hopefully that makes sense for you. And when I press play, to activate that, all I need to do is press the play button on the top of the machine, and that will give me the effect I want. So depending on how you set your machine, you may get the same effect or you may get different. You can always change your variables. You might want to do it for a longer period of time. Maybe you want to go 0.3 seconds. Anytime you have a circle with a number in it, you can always double click on it and edit that, change that variable a little bit, and practice and play with your program. Anytime you want it to stop, you just press the red stop sign. And that's it. It's as simple as that to program Lego WeDo motors.